Everybody loves going to the zoo, looking at the animals. It's a great day for the family, but that could change very soon. What do you hear what the city wants to do with the zoo? A first grader suspended for bringing a weapon to school. Take a look at the weapon, a camping utensil. Now the outcry over his 45-day punishment. And terror at the pump, a normal day at the gas station, turns into a scene out of a movie. This will make you think twice the next time you're pumping gas. Hello again. I know the way you, the taxpayer, can save money. Go around, collect all the homeless people, and give them a place to live. Housing them would actually save money. United Way of Los Angeles and USC Center for Health Studies conducted a 2-year study, and here's what they found. When you total up the cost of hospitals, jails, and clinics, taxpayers spent a little over $187,000 to take care of those living on the streets. The cost of putting them in permanent housing, $107,000. You save $80,000. $187,000 is more than most people make in a year. $107,000 is more than a lot of people make in a year. Our contributors tonight, activist and social actress, I should say, and social activist Debra Skelton, and from Ron Kaye, LA, Ron Kaye. Let's start with you, Ron. Does it make sense to house the homeless and save money? Do you buy this?
No, I'm sure they've got the figures that justify what they want to do. Everybody wants to do something about the homeless, but what about in substandard housing? What about paving the streets? What about getting enough cops? We don't have enough money to do all the good intentions. There are homeless people who can be helped. There are homeless people that probably should be in institutions. We don't believe in that anymore. We really don't have our arms around any of these kinds of problems, and the resources are so limited. We have a city that's going bankrupt. How many people can we help? They do fundraising, and they raise $500,000. For numbers, that's enough to help 5 homeless people. Mostly what we're doing is rousting them out of downtown, putting cops all over the place, and persecuting them because we're trying to clean up downtown. It's a really hopeless homeless issue, if you ask me.
Deborah, your thoughts?
You know what, Ron? Normally I'm a feisty person who would disagree with you, but I can't disagree with you. It's impossible to disagree with you. It's absolutely right because there are so many other criteria that has to be dealt with. Reorienting them back into society, and at the same time, you can house them, but that doesn't solve the problems. It's like giving a dog house to a dog. Not that I'm comparing the homeless to dogs, but it's like giving a dog house. They still have to be fed, reoriented in society, and be able to feel like they can be independent. Giving them homes, giving them structures doesn't reorient them back into society. And we're not just talking individuals. We're talking individuals who have families, 2 and 3 children. And it's a bloody mess when you have a city and a state that gives you IOUs and thinks that they can actually take them off the street and actually save money. I think it's impossible.
All right, let's move on here. Do you like the zoo? You ever go to the zoo? You think you should have to pay for the zoo? Here's an idea that the city is kicking around. Privatize the zoo. Have an outside company control it. No more of your tax dollars would be used to feed the monkeys. They're also thinking about turning over the Animal Services Department to a humane organization. Have an outside company run the zoo. Have animal services run by someone else. Thumbs up or thumbs down, Deborah?
Actually, it would be a thumbs up for me. And the reason I say that is because, especially with the municipality, things are not always run as well as they should be. And I think in Los Angeles, we've seen that time and time again.
Well, yeah, we live here.
Things are not always run the way they should be.
Let me just say, we live here. We live here. We know things aren't run very well. Go ahead.
No, it isn't run very well. And I think bringing out outside competition says that we are objective in what we do and how we do it. And if we have to pay more, then we should pay more. It's a hard, tough world out there. So if you want to see the elephants, pay more for it.
Ron?
Well, there's no question about it. I mean, we can't afford the cost of city payrolls and benefits. We've got pensions that are billions of dollars in the hole that taxpayers are liable for. The zoo is a perfect kind of thing to turn over. It's already partially run by a foundation. Let somebody who really knows how to do it, who's not going to have 20 clerk typists for $50,000, $55,000. Every custodian's making $50,000 to $60,000. I mean, the cost structure is just really out of control. And it's hard to believe that a private company with experience and training couldn't do as good a job at a lower cost, provide a better zoo for the public. I mean, we're ready to sell parking structures. We're ready to sell a lot of things. And
we've done that already.
Well, cities failed, and it's time to look at how do we do it better and cheaper. And I got to tell you, I think contracting has better controls from the politicians looking after our money.
All right, let me ask you this. Before we go on this topic, I'm going to throw it out there. Debra, I'll give you the last word here. All right. Ron makes the point that, maybe it would be better to privatize the zoo. You agree with that. We've all come to the conclusion here that things really don't run very well. It's locked up by gridlock, and we don't get a lot done. Why wouldn't we privatize everything? Why wouldn't we simply farm everything out? Do you think the city would run better that way? Debra, go ahead.
No, I don't think the city would run better if everything were privatized. I think certain things that are privatized would work, especially when it comes to amusements, entertainment, places like the zoos where there's education involved as well. I think that would work well. I mean, if you look at every summer, people who can't afford to go on vacation outside of the state will go to amusement parks, will go to carnivals, and those are privately run. So imagine people spending that money knowing that they are being entertained, knowing they're having a good time. They will spend the money. People will spend the money on the things they want to spend it on if it is a well-oiled machine. The city has proven it's not a well-oiled machine. But at the same time, privatizing everything could also get us in trouble. I believe that the human touch can also taint things. And I believe that too much private organization will actually taint the city. Municipalities should have a little bit of control.
All right, let's move on here.